Well, good morning, everyone on YouTube. So here's a bed frame. This is going to be a fixed bed. I don't do that pull-out BS to buy this and buy that, put stuff on top of it, and I got to get a cushion from Cushion Man. No, fixed. I'm going to go over just the frame, dimensions, the width is 27. It's actually 26 and 15/16, but don't worry about that. Get the curve of the saw by 54. 7.5, and then when I put the slats on there, it'll be 8-inch. A little crafty here. So these are really 1.5 inches, okay? They're not 2 by 2, they're 1.5 inches. Measured in 3/4 on this side. Actually, what I did is I measured in just a little bit past, I think it was right around 1 inch. And on this other side, for the, I put in 1/2 inch. Because you can't have the fucking nuts hitting each other. You know? The screws hitting each other, sorry about that, the nuts. Of course the nuts are going to hit each other. The screws, and then down here I didn't have to variate any type of a measurement here. I have one way back here, so excuse me. Yeah, pre-drill your holes also. So what you're going to need is just make your measurements, cut them all the same length, and then when you assemble, make sure that you have a speed square and that your shit looks really nice and that there's no gaps in there where you can fly a bird through. I use my my rigid saw. I use my Makita that my dad gave me from his old cabin shop. Think about old school. He's got the shit engraved on here. Every single one of his tools, which you should do anyway. A couple clamps. Now what I did on when I put the table together, I just put the wood here, I clamped it down, and then I drilled it. Okay, and then I used glue also. I use tight bond too. You don't need to use that fucking part 3 shit. Then on the slats, what I got here is I got some slats. Got a stack of longer slats because up towards the passenger side of the vehicle is that little door for the Honda Element. And these are going to have to come in. This is 30 3/4. And these other ones here, this other stack of 9 will be 29. So what happens is about halfway up, if you're looking just about halfway up on the vehicle, up towards the door that opens up, suicide door, there's a little it kind of goes out a little bit, and I just made a compensation of 1 3/4 on these longer ones for that. I don't know how many I need exactly. I think I might have to cut one. That's probably what's going to happen here. So anyway, you got the saw, you got the speed square, you got the drill. You're going to need most of the screws that you like. The screws I put in the bed frame. Just some stuff you can buy at any hardware store, 10 by 2.5. And pine is a softwood, but still you have to pre-drill. So get yourself just a drill bit that's a little bit smaller than the screws that you use. You don't have to use 10s, you can use 8s if you want. And so now what I'm working on now is I'm working on the slats. And I got all these marked, 3/4 up, 1/2 inch in on each side. All the way down. The bigger ones are just on one side. There's going to be more of a hangover on that end over there. I don't know exactly what I want to place. So anyway, that's what's going on here. What we're doing now is we're taking these trim screws. We don't like to have these big guys. Look at the head on this thing. If you get 1 5/8, it's fucking ugly, in my opinion, in my mind. If you look at these, look how nice that is. So now what I'm doing now is I'm going to test. I got a piece of the 1x. I clamp this down also right here. I'm going to pre-drill a very small hole, and I'm going to put these in. I'm going to see how these look. Look how tight. That's a number 1 right there. So we'll see how these look. So right now I'm just kind of like testing, but also we're going to trim out around here. The reason why I didn't do a slide out, I mean really, come on man, you know, You don't need a fucking slide out inside of an Element, really? And then you need cushions, and you have to buy all this stuff. No, we're not doing that. We're just gonna put we're just gonna put what I usually sleep on, just a pad and a fucking sleeping bag, you know. But also, what I'm gonna do on this stuff, I don't know if you noticed, I got all the really nice. I got a really bad cold. I got a really nice grain popped up on the top here. We're gonna do a test piece of Shoshugi Bond on this, one of my little pieces here that I'm just using to test for the screws. I really hope that these work out, because with my OCD and all my other bullshit problems, I don't like to see. I just want something nice and tight, because you know what I could have done is get a brad nailer and just nail these things down. You know, you don't really have to screw. Well, you have to screw, but you have to screw these down. You know, but always pre-drill. Always pre-drill your stuff. Always pre-drill. Always mark. Always measure. See, like in this, I got it up 3/4 up. This measurement going this way, vertical is 3/4, and then from each side, which means you take a little. This is my favorite tape measure. Had it for years. I just like the way it feels. You take it. There's about 1/2 inch there on this side, and then you take the tape measure and you flip it around, and there's another 1/2 inch there. And then this side right here, you take your 3/4. Okay? That's on every damn board in there. It's in the whole pile, except for the longer ones. So we're not doing your little typical, oh, I'm going to make a fucking bed and it's going to have something, a plywood, or, because you know what I was starting to think? Once again, more cycle bevels, but I was starting to think, you know what, if I do one of those stupid pull-out fucking beds that everyone's doing now because they're robots, I'm going to need to get a cushion, and then I got to have fucking fabric, and I got to do this. You know what? If you can't sleep on, once again, we'll do measurements here. I think this is my 29 right here. Yeah. If you can't sleep on something 29 inch wide, there's something wrong with you. If you're a roller and a tumbler, this bed's not for you. I'm not a roller and a tumbler. I'm a mummy. So, to recap, you don't need to buy all the caps. Get type on too. You're going to need a razor blade, so whatever. Drill bit, vise. Once again, I'll tell you what, I'll show you real quick. I hate when they don't get to see what exactly what they did, What exactly is he talking about here? Okay, so now, what we got going on here, I'll show you exactly when we did it, so that way you're not fucking fucked up. Now, what I like to do here is take the speed square. See now, you take your speed square, all of a sudden it's got a fucking purpose now, see? We can square this up right here. See that? Onto the table. And now it's squared up right there. See that? It's squared up on your table. That's how you take your speed square and square your shit on your table. Okay. And then you put the other piece. Just pretend these are real long, or whatever you're doing. So now you take your other piece here. And I did all this shit without a miter saw, by the way. Take this, okay. We also obviously have a big gap right here. I need to take some fucking cold medicine. I have a big gap right here, but that's okay. This is just for demonstration purposes, because people like to have demonstrations. We'll just pretend I'm like a Ted or something, Ted fucking wood Ted. So now, all of a sudden, look at this now. What have you created? You created a 90-degree angle right here, and it's perfect. So what I did, after I had this set up, pretend this is the bed, and I got my marks on here, pre-drilled right there, right fucking there in the middle. Bam, 3/4 by 3/4, measure out 3/4, measure down 3/4, drill a hole. Then, release the clamp. Take that piece off, it's already pre-drilled. This one's got a little tiny hole in it, okay? All right? Take this apart before you put glue on it and drill the rest of that hole out. Just drill it. Just any pines and softwood? No, it's not really that soft because the material has to go somewhere. And then, once again, clamp it all back down. Use your speed square. I can do this shit like everyone else on YouTube. Do this shit one-handed. Okay? Well, it's heading from this side too. It'll work from that side too. Now you just clamp it down. Cold really sucks, buddy. It's been real wet this year, so I haven't got much dry air. Not much dry air this year. And then clamp this side down. You're gonna put some glue on it. Stick it in there, clamp it down, get your checker 90 degree again, and then screw it in. That's it. Make sure the glue squirts out in your little corners there. Get back to work, YouTube. Thank you for watching.